Well, just doing a quick sort of review on the audio of the FT3 and the FT70 and a bit about the functionality and why, which one to choose and what the benefits are of each radio. M0 FXB.
Not gone back to them days, I'm sure.
Right, we're going to do...
One time, it used to be the same on the CP, and then we gave that up because of the idiots.
Turn that off a minute.
And then 2 meters at one time.
So we're going to do an audio comparison
quite a lot
of the FT70.
So I better blame that.
And the FT3. So the biggest complaint is the speaker on the FT3 is just not very good. So I'll show you the difference. So this is the FT3.
But the way I work it is that
it's not that it's not loud.
Comes up on the screen, to be quite honest with you.
It's not that it's not loud. It's more that it's quite tinny. You can take off these grommets on the side, or you can just open them to let out some of the sound through the. There's some gaps there in the side. Which have rubber grommets to keep the water out, so waterproofing, and that is blamed for the tinny sound. So we're going to come back in a sec with the FT70 listening to the same people. Right.
And all the money it goes through either the hub net,
so if you hear,
or it goes through All-Star, you get the money into them. And I really admire
it's basically it's a deeper
your modulation is not bad.
kind of audio.
Are you in the car or something? You've got like a humming in the background, have you? I'm in the car. It's a computer, that is. I can't do anything about it.
I mean, if you listen to this station, his audio is a bit tinnier anyway. Yeah, the other guy's got a deeper bass, so that won't sound too different on the FT3. So we'll turn the FT3 on. Let's turn it up first.
Then I'm not sure what you do then.
So you can see that it's quite tinny.
Oh, very good. I think you've got a Raspberry
Now
Pi.
I'll undo these side bits.
Yes, I'm afraid there's still trouble on the airways. We get keyed out. We used to have a nice little net going. I'm going through CR at Wrexham. File in the cemetery. Going to a Kenwood. Yeah. Hang on. I'll have to start the engine, just hang on.
Bit of break up there, but
Power. Battery's not giving enough power, so I can start the engine.
see that, and then let's flick it back to where we were.
With you. Yes, I'm afraid we've still got trouble. And we got trouble on MP too. Bill had the next in the morning at 10.
Can you see? It's basically
Until about 11:30.
a deeper audio.
And he's got these CPSI Q0s, we call them.
I think you can hear the difference. I found that if you put your thumb over here, it sounds a bit bassier.
So I take it you got a Raspberry Pi, John, back to you. G-Star, GMR, and the Fusion.
You can hear it goes a bit bassier when you put your thumb over.
At the moment, I'm quite happy.
Take it off.
I don't really miss the
Now this guy,
I will be honest with you.
he's got a bassier voice, so he sounds better.
I just play around when it suits me. But, I do use the computer a lot. As I say, for Echo Link or G-Star.
Yeah, so why are you going to choose the FT3 if it's got a worse speaker? Well, the number one reason is the functionality of the FT3 is fantastic. It's dual band, color screen, Bluetooth, GPRS, full APRS. Everything on it works excellent. It's got, you know, the GPS is brilliant when I've got a lock and when they're transmitting. There's your GPS satellites above. I think when you tap it, you get more information. So let's get out of that. And then you've got a scope. You know, let's get these. Turn this down. See if we can get the scope on this.
It's 430 decimal 150.
Right, let's hit scope. FW scope.
Decimal 150.
You've got this fancy scope which you can actually adjust. I mean, how cool is that? This is what you know, it's a compromise. So the scope's fantastic. You've also got this other feature. If I can go into it, go back. You hit cam. And it's not all programmed in yet, but you can actually have 5 different memory channels being monitored, and you don't hear them all, but you get like a graph, like the end one here on G25, going up and down. You can see where the activity is, so it's using the same software as the scope. You know, and you've got a broadcast radio, so we'll go back to that. Remember how to use this radio, so you go FM, and then you go, see where it says A dual, you tap that, and then when it's not, you need no ham activity. If I can get over there. Well, let me switch one sec. So if you look here, you've got tri-band receive now. You know, you can be on 2.70 m, one can be on digital, and you can have, you know, you can listen to the broadcast radio. Sorry about the glare. It's like the sun's coming in. So, you know, this is all the extras that you pay for. Trying to think of anything else obvious when you go into the menu. It's, oh yeah, well of course you're paying the touch screen. It's got a built-in SD card, the FT3, but it's nearly £400. But look at the actual frame design. It's virtually the same style, angled button, PTTs. You know, the batteries on the FT3 are interchangeable with the FT2, probably the FT1 as well. So if we just talk about the FT70, you know, why buy an FT70? Well, it can be programmed really easily from the front. You know, you've got a full keypad here. It does wires X. If you push F AMS, it'll get you into wires X. You can type in the different rooms. I will say that on the FT3 that works a lot better, because when you hit the X, you get the full wires X screen like you would on a Yaesu 991 or FTM 400 or 300. You don't get that on the FT70. You get a much simpler screen. But I still say that this, pound for pound, the FT70 is easily the best value. 170 new, or say 130 second hand, and you're on C4 FM. And I've never heard someone say they weren't happy with that. So in the end, I've ended up with both. I have no regrets, because I'll keep these for until they bring out a new one. And I got a feeling with this FT3, they won't be doing that for several years. So anyway, have a think. I think they're both brilliant. If you want the better, louder audio, it's the 70, but then you'll lose all those amazing functions. So please subscribe to my video and hit the like, and 73 M0FXB.